Hi, I'm Martha Nicosia, and today I am going to be making frozen yogurt. That's right, homemade frozen yogurt. We only need a few of the Pampered Chef tools and just a handful of ingredients to make this great summer dessert. We're going to start out using our large batter bowl, and I'm going to use that to mix all my ingredients. I'm going to start with plain vanilla yogurt. And I'm not going to make a full recipe today, so my ingredients will be a little bit different than when you're making yours at home. But I'm going to start with my yogurt, and I am using my measure-all, and this is the 1 cup measure-all, and I've got it set for the dry and solid ingredients. So as you see, I'm going to be filling it in the clear part of the measure-all cup. And I'm going to put all my yogurt in here. I'm going to get a whole cup in here. And pour it in, maybe it'll be a little faster. Now, normally, if you're not familiar with our measure-alls, as you can see, I've got it filled right to the top. You can't see through this anymore. And I know in my video it makes it a little bit hard, but what we're going to do to empty this is we're going to turn it upside down, and I'm pushing the bottom all the way through. And what that does, it takes every bit of my yogurt out. All I have to do is scrape off the top, and I'm done. I've got a whole entire cup of yogurt in there. Now I'm going to do it again because I want 2 cups, and I just pull my silicone cup down to the 1 cup mark on the dry and solids. I'm going to fill it again, and as you can see, I'm going to get pretty close. See how it's clear, and you can see right through that top part. That's where I'm going to put the ingredients. I'm going to have a whole cup of yogurt here, just like we did the last time. And I'm going to take, once again, I'm going to turn this upside down. I'm going to push, and all my yogurt is gone. I'm going to take, clear it out. No muss, no fuss, we're done. So I've got 2 cups of yogurt there. Now I'm going to add my heavy whipping cream. And here again, I'm going to use my measure-all. And this time we want a 1/2 cup. So I'm going to pull it down to the 1/2 cup mark. Fill it up. Dump it right in there with my yogurt. Push it down so I get every bite of it. Okay, now we've got a 1/4 cup of sugar. So here again, I'm using a measure-all, but this time it's a dry ingredient, but I'm still using the clear side, but I don't need to pump it because sugar's not going to stick. So I'm going to dump my 1/4 cup in there. As you can see, no stick, no muss. Now then, I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to this, and I'm going to use the Pampered Chef Himalayan salt. It's a finishing salt, and it has a little less sodium than a lot of your table salts do. So I've got that in there, and I'm going to take my whisk, and I'm just going to whisk this stuff together. Mix it all up real good. And I apologize for you not being able to see everything I'm doing here. All I'm doing is taking my batter bowl and I'm mixing it up with my whisk, not doing anything exciting here with it. I've got my ingredients all mixed together. And what I'm going to do now is I took, before we started, and I peeled a whole fresh peach. And I quartered it, and I put it in my manual food processor, and I'm going to chop this peach up very finely so that I can add it to my mixture, and we're going to have peach yogurt. Now, excuse me, and I'm going to tilt my screen down just a little bit here, so maybe you can watch as I do the manual food processor. If you're not familiar with the manual food processor, it's a 3-cup unit. It comes in 3 parts. The top, there's the cutting blade, and the processing bowl. Now when you get this, there's a 4th part to it because it also has a storage lid. So when you have everything chopped, if you need to, you can use this as your storage bowl in the refrigerator with the product that you have just chopped up. You're going to sit the top right on there, making sure that it lines up with your blade. And as you can see, there's this handle. That handle is what we're going to pump to make the blades go around that chops the food. Now, it's a very simple process, what I'm doing here. And how many of you are left-handed? If any of you are, you know that it is extremely hard for a lefty to use right-handed tools. Well, not with Pampered Chef. With Pampered Chef, all we do is turn it around, and we're using our left hand, and we're going to process it just the same. And I am finished. I have my pureed peach. I know it's not a real good picture here, so you can't see it real well, but you can see that it is no longer a whole peach. I'm going to remove my blades, and I'm going to add my peaches right to my mixture here. I'm going to mix it up. Okay, now it's time for the fun part. The fun part is using our electric ice cream maker. Now, I keep my ice cream maker in the freezer at all times so that whenever I'm ready to make ice cream or frozen yogurt, it's ready for me. We need to make sure that we keep the container in the freezer probably at least 12 hours before we're going to make ice cream. So that's why I said I just always store it in my freezer all the time. That way it's ready to go. I'm going to get it out of the freezer. As you can see, it's not real big, so it's not going to take up all the room in your freezer. And it's going to make finished product about 3.5 to 4 cups of finished product. Just give me 1 second here, so I can grab all my tools, which we have the electric motor part, the lid that goes right on the top, and the batter beater. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna put this together. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and snap that in place so the electric motor just snaps right on there. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to go ahead and put my beater bar right onto the top so we look like this when we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it on the ice cream maker. As you can see, it just sits right on top, and you turn it to lock it in place. There are little slots on the side. I'm going to turn this around here, and I'm going to plug it in. And give me 1 second here. I know that you guys can hear me, but you're not seeing me. I'm going to turn this on so you can see it. I apologize. Just give me a second here. This is like a real live show with me, so you get to see all the goofy stuff that I'm doing here. I've got my machine plugged in, and on the top we have 2 buttons. We have the power button and the timer button. I'm turning the power on, and when I do that, and I have it locked in place, I'm going to set my timer for 25 minutes because that's how long it takes for the yogurt to work. And my beaters can immediately start turning. And now I'm going to pour in my yogurt mixture. And there's a slot right in the top here. I'm going to pour it right in there. Using the batter bowl makes it real handy because it's got the pour spout. So you don't have to worry about making too big of a mess here. Goes right in. And it's kind of like set it and forget it. We now have it set for 25 minutes and our yogurt is processing. It's going to be done, and at the time it's finished, it'll be a little soft serve. We'll put it back in the freezer for about an hour and you'll be ready to go to serve your guests the best homemade frozen fruit yogurt. No doubt about it. So anyway, don't forget, there were several items here that you could that you need to use to make your ice cream. First, most important is your homemade ice cream maker. I used the large batter bowl. I used my manual food processor to chop the fruit, and I used my measure-alls to measure it. If you have any questions, you know what, guys? Just ask, and I'll be happy to help you with anything there is to this simple, quick, and delicious dessert. Have fun making your ice cream, or yogurt in this case, and we'll see you later. Bye.